one of the young men who had been shot had the strength to stand up, and he stood up behind the glass and waved at me.
Martha barely missed being caught in the crossfire. Just moments before, two men with shotguns demanded the cash box. The students handed it over, but were shot anyway.
I didn't know what that was on the floor. I only found out later that part of his liver had been shot out of his body. And then to hear someone saying in that condition that his life is leaving his body, it was a very profound, it was a very intense experience.
Within minutes, paramedics and police are on the scene and race the two students to Charity Hospital. Police attention then turns quickly to gathering evidence. The priority is the investigation. Unfortunately, hazards of the scene can be overlooked.
Blood is an extremely good vector to carry viruses. Viruses are not like bacteria. Bacteria don't do well outside the body. They don't do well at all. But viruses do very well outside the body. It always annoyed me to see all of the people who were there on the crime scene, some of whom were walking in the blood, taking it and carrying it to other areas, like their cars. This is a public health problem, and we have to address it, because these viruses are now walking out of these scenes.
Tommy hears about the gas station shooting on the police scanner. He arrives on the scene at the same time as the TV crews and waits for the right moment to approach the owner of the station.
We're very discreet. We try not to give off the image of being an ambulance chaser, because we're not. We're basically trying to educate the public, let them know the need of our service before they even realize there is a need, because while the police department, our coroner's offices are here, they're under the impression that they're going to take care of it. And it's when they start seeing them drive off and they go, wow, wait, you're leaving the stuff behind. And they're going, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. That's not our job. And then the next question is, well, who do you call?
The owner doesn't want to spend any money on this. He's asked one of the victim's friends to mop it up.
Yeah, I'm with the cleanup company. He's let me go in there.
But Tommy's persistent. He explains the need for proper remediation. A convenience store is no place to cut corners. Kids come here to buy candy. The owner agrees only after Tommy gives him a bargain rate. But less money means Tommy will have to do the job alone. Tommy's first concern must be his own safety. This means wearing a non-porous work suit while the temperature inside the store hovers around 90. Though already starting to dry, the blood is still hazardous. In a process called scabbing, the outer surface forms a hard shell. Inside, the blood remains a living, viable host for pathogens.
It's a blood factor that is, say, HIV or hepatitis infected. Those pathogens as well are being encapsulated, and it's a situation that, once again, when we're handling it, we have to take all these things into consideration.
Tommy's main concern is not to spread contaminants to food items, so he works with the blood dry for as long as possible. This HEPAVAC lifts most of the dried particles. The next step is diluting the blood with a powerful antimicrobial agent. Police, when leaving a scene, recommend regular household bleach. For Tommy, the choice of agent depends on the job.
1-to-10 ratio of bleach to water will kill the AIDS virus and hepatitis, but it's also very corrosive. Not only that, bleach is neutralized the minute it comes in contact with dirt, so it's a repetitive process that you have to take. These are all products that are going to be served to children, and I want to make sure that they're not contaminated.
Late afternoon. While Tommy's attention turns to detail, word is back from the hospital. Though in critical care, the two employees are incredibly lucky. The young man shot in the face miraculously had the bullet skim his skull. As for the other student who lost part of his liver, this is an organ that can partially regenerate itself. The job finished, Tommy feels there is one person who avoided being victimized. The friend who was supposed to clean up was spared physical as well as emotional risks.
Man, it's like the only thing we can really leave behind is culture, is music, you know, and dignity and determination. That's what we had.
All the numbers and all the chaos, you're just searching for the truth, right? And that's the key to being a recording artist, right? You're telling your story or finding your truth at the moment.
Radio is the voice of DJ. Screen right here. Special guest in the building. Play a pot that has pulled up on us. Goes by the name of Young Dolph, back on Hood Rich Radio.
Now, the first thing we got to talk about is you turning down a $22 million record deal. Is that, just tell us about that.
A lot of people, they ain't gonna get it. They ain't gonna see what I see. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, look at what I'm at right now. Look what I've done so far. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just got another vision for it. You know what I mean? And it's like strictly 100% ownership.
Like, shit, I feel like, man, I can just make that 200 mil, man, in a 4-5 years by my damn self. You know what I mean? And still own 100% of my shit.
It's just, you know what I mean? It's like a lot of people, they can't see what I see, bro, because they ain't in my position.
Right.
I figured that out, too. I had to figure it out along the way. Like, when it's time to do everything, bro, like, you came in by yourself, you're going to die by yourself. You're going to be in that casket by yourself, so you can't give a damn about what nobody think. You know what I mean? Like, because it ain't going to never be a day that nobody in the world had to wake up and be you.
He's really a rare breed. When everybody else was asleep, he always knew his value. I don't think people know how much of a businessman and how much of a pocket in music that he has. It looks like, oh, we out here in the streets being flamboyant and fucking up all this money. But if you really look at the message behind the story, we some young black entrepreneurs paving the way for us, our families, our offsprings. I think that's the American hood dream.
Shit, we had one of Dolph's childhood houses. That nigga room right there. The nigga that had no but a goddamn radio in that motherfucker. He wasn't even putting no TV in that motherfucker. I thought something was really wrong with his head. I thought he was had crazy. Every time he used to come over here, the nigga be just in that motherfucker just bobbing his head and shit. You know what I'm saying? And writing and shit. I'm talking about this was every goddamn day for us, man. I don't know how long he did this shit. I'm like, damn, cuz losing his damn mind or something. But the whole time, the little nigga was plotting, though. You know what I'm saying? He was just putting his moves together and shit and trying to execute that shit as best as he could. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I thought that nigga was retarded, though, man. Boy was in that motherfucker, man. I wish I could have seen that shit, man. That nigga grew up over here when he was like shit, 6th grade to about 12th grade or some shit. Yeah, they'll hit a little spot right here. Him and their mom and brothers and sisters and shit.
Try barbecue.
Wood. 4-5. Read. 4-5.
We call him May.
Yeah. 4-5, man. I said, well, I go.
Yeah, he from Cat State.
I said, I go 4. But
The amazing thing about Dolph, with him coming to Atlanta, I think it was embraced because he wasn't trying to be an Atlanta artist. He's going to let you know, I'm from Memphis, and we respect it.
What's up, huh?
Miss Baby said we got rapper Dolph's in the house. I said, Young Dolph, rapper Dolph's.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Keep bumping, man, for sure. Keep bumping, my guy. Like, it's easy to play yourself out the streets in Memphis, dog. Like, it's too easy. It's super easy. So it's like when you got people like that, it's like how you expect for them to dream big, how you expect for them to feel like they can be a president. Like, how can you expect it?
I'm the go-to guy for my whole family. Not just my immediate family, brother, sister, mom, and daddy, aunties, uncles, cousins. And that shit been since way back when I was a teenager. That's when that shit started.
My big cousin was my motivation, all three of them. And like I just took certain stuff from all of them and used it and applied it to my life, and it's like this what made me up. You know what I mean? Because all of them was role models to me in my eyes. My mom and dad were just in the streets, and we were with my grandmamas, and like they just didn't raise them. They were just out there, didn't have time for us. You know what I mean? So once I got old enough, though, and started doing certain stuff on my own, like I took charge to help them get that shit together and help them move out the environment, help them clean their life up, you know what I'm saying?
He's something else. He a different kind of person, man. That man, he just wired up for this shit. He been really preparing himself, goddamn, since I can remember for this shit. So we ain't gotta stay around this motherfucker no more. Shit, man, mamas, aunties, brothers and sisters, everybody, they gone. They gone. Ain't nobody around in the hood no more.
Name one nigga that ever gave me a dime, I give you $1 million. Name one bitch that I can't fuck and I give you $2 million. White girl with me and she look just like a Barbie doll. White girl with me, I just found out she a porn star.